You are trapped in Vendrian's Well, with Kairos' armies and the Oathbreakers. The only way to survive is to fulfill the terms of the Overlord's edict, in any way that you can.
That's a neat transition. It's also a hell of a condition. Fatebinder Guy Leverage, I presume? We've been expecting you. Alright, I'm immediately being greeted by somebody. Wow, so hell of a call. Bow down before me, everyone do what I want, or everyone dies. A magic word says everyone dies. Whoops. Welcome to Terratus. If this is your first visit to the world of Tyranny, watch for these windows to help. Okay, it's a tutorial. That says what tutorials are. Hello there. Conversations involve you and other characters, sometimes additional parties. I don't think I'm going to learn much new from here, besides just basic idea. Yeah, it's telling you that, like, stats can affect what kind of things you can do, and people's personalities will have effects on things. And, of course, people's reputations change based on decisions you choose and things like that. Let's see. Their banners beneath their portrait, banners indicate which faction they were allied with. That's worth noting. So this person's part of the disfavored. That's noteworthy. I bet this character shows up specifically because of that. I probably came up across as being more favoring of the disfavored than others. You'll often see names and important characters and locations displayed in gold. Yeah, we found that already. That you can click on those. All right, so right here, for example. So this person's name is Aurora. Kairos the Overlord be praised. When I heard the avalanche, I feared the valley was sealed with you on the other side. The disfavored warrior claps her gauntlet to her breastplate, and the traditional salute for her legion. That's pretty straightforward as far as salutes go, sure. The commander wouldn't say, it says lore and reactivity. What is this? Lore and reactivity tooltips. It's just saying, oh, green text, that's different. Okay, so it's lore. I highlighted Oathbreakers. In honor of the Vendrian Guard reigning on the surrender of 429, soldiers in both the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus now refer to these tiersmen as Oathbreakers. It is perhaps one of the few points of agreement between the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus. So both factions are here, and they call the people who are going back on the surrender agreement the Oathbreakers, which is straightforward. Kind of what you figured from the name of it itself. So now we know that gold is actual, like, proper names, and green is more lore related. Let's see. These links can help explain why another character is being friendly or hostile to you. Oh, that's interesting. So it appears that the proper thing here is that the green text tends to specifically reflect lore that my character knows. So if I don't know, I assume that means that if I have a lower lore score, that I don't get as much green information, and if I have a higher one, I can unlock more as time goes on. That's actually interesting. Let's see. Tooltips in these provide you with information that your character knows about the world based on previous choices you've made. Okay. So it's stuff that it's character knowledge is the green stuff. So gold text is presumably like public knowledge or it's game knowledge or it's just stuff about the world. But green text is something that's specific to things that I know for one reason or another, either lore score or things I've done that maybe learn things and so on. Let's see. Most people you encounter are friendly. You can interact with them like. That's just how to do dialogue. Movement and controls. You can pause the game at any time by clicking pressing spacebar or clicking the time of day thing. You can view and manage your characters. Okay, this is just what the bottom bar does. Yep, save and load. Alright, that's straightforward. The commander wouldn't say why the governor of Lethian's Crossing would be coming, but since we have no forges here, I imagine you're here to knock some sense into the voices of Narat. She catches herself, clearing her throat with a smile. I mean, mediate with the Archons so that we might agree on a plan to wipe out the Oathbreakers. So right here again, once again, this is a lore pop-up because of the fact that I am the governor of Lethian's Crossing, because I chose to run that place. Let's look at the context just to see how this affects things going on here, because this is like the summation of everything I did. The second year of the conquest of the Tears, you were assigned as governor of the crossing, overseeing the Iron's forges, tasked with supplying the host of war. The tiny settlement grew quickly that year, and before leaving, you assigned control of the settlement to Disfavored, whose elite soldiers benefit the most from the forge's output. Having improved efficiency, order, and quality of the forges, many Disfavored soldiers think of you as the chief rainmaker of their arsenal, much to the chagrin of the mage smiths that actually hammered the iron. They still think of you as the honorary governor of Lethian's Crossing. So that's why she called me that, is because it's a sign of respect, because of how I treated them at Lethian's Crossing. She feels the need to still honor me as the governor now that I no longer am the governor, because their entire organization feels like they owe me a great debt. I can glare at her silently, or say I'm in a hurry. I come bearing an edict of Kairos. Our soldiers will complete their task or die. Or I can do a lore thing. Can you hear the hum in the air? The glow of the rocks? I like that. Let's just click that just to sound smart about ourselves. So with a lore of 20, I can say, can you hear that hum in the air? The glow around the rocks? That avalanche is Kairos' magic. The Overlord has sealed the valley. Your senses are more than mine, good Fatebringer. I do not pretend to know... We got some lore skill right there. I do not pretend to know much about such things, but if that was Kairos' magic, and you're here on important business, well, you don't have to be the Archon of Secrets to guess that you're here to proclaim the edict. What does Kairos have in store for the enemy? 10 years of festering plague? An edict of twisted bones? I wonder if I should spread this news or not, or if I should just continue forward. I like that you can continually just glare at her and not say anything, though. Let's see, maybe I shouldn't tell everyone yet? Maybe. So I'm going to say I'm in a hurry to deliver the message to the Archons. Well, you're traveling a long way. I won't keep you further. I'm sure the Archons will want to hear you hear from you at... Her voice falls silent, her attention snapping eastward with alarm. Did you hear that? Now her senses are sharper than mine. Just as an aside real quick. One of your skills has gone up a rank. Oh, it went up a rank. Interesting. I thought it just gained experience, but it actually went up for me using it. As you use your skills in the game, they automatically accumulate experience. When they gain enough experience, they increase in skill rank. So I didn't know that skill ranks would be automatic. That makes it vaguely Elder Scrolls-y in a way that I did, and Fable-y, I guess? I'm very used to manual, of course. As skill ranks increase, your experience will gain... yeah. It's just basic experience stuff. Okay. More runners. Third time this week. The Oathbreakers keep trying to send messengers through the mountains to gather help from outside the valley. She points over to the collapsed path by which you arrived. But they're a bit too late for that now. Come, let's show these Oathbreakers a good fight. We're gonna get ourselves into a fight already. Well, I'm happy she is... What is she exactly? She's uninjured. Right-click to lock. What does that mean? To lock target? Oh, right-clicking keeps this on the screen so I can keep track of her at all times. That's neat. Or I can right-click on this guy and he'll stay on the bottom and keep me his information there. Well, that's awfully neat. Okay, so combat. We use a pausable real-time system, pressing space and stuff like that. Just scanning to see if there's any new information or if it's just basic pause and play. Your characters could always perform basic attacks using their equipped weapon, or their fists if fighting unarmed. Characters also have special abilities. When a character is selected, their ability bar shows up with their hotkeyed abilities. That's this bar down here, as expected. New things are automatically added to the ability bar as you gain them. Does that mean that I only have 1 bar worth of skills? That would actually be kind of welcome, because it was actually a little hard to deal with pillars sometimes when your mage would have like 50 spells to page through and you're spoiled with choice. All your character's abilities and spells can be accessed by selecting the category icon at the bottom of the select frame. Oh, there's a lot more to it than perhaps for categories. Okay, abilities, groups and talents, spells, combo abilities, artifact abilities, lots of abilities basically. To use an ability, left click on the ability icon or press the hotkey corresponding to its location on the bar, and then you select your target basically, right? If cursor has a red X in the corner, you're not over a valid target, right? I think this is all straightforward enough. And you can click on party member portraits if you use friendly spells, but she's not a party member, so I can't do that right now. She's just a friendly unit that's nearby. All characters in the game, friend or foe, have 5 primary defenses against attacks. Parry, dodge, endurance, will, and magic. We've kind of been over those during the character creation process. These defenses are based on characters' attributes. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses when an attack is made to determine how likely it is that the attack will hit. Sure. There are 4 possible results from it. You can hit people, you can critically hit, graze, or miss, which means normal damage, high damage, low damage, no damage, which is straightforward. With each attack, you gain experience in the weapon skill you use with the attack. Wow, weird. So just attacking with a weapon gives you experience. That's strange. Okay, so could start off with some of these skills if I want to. Thrust is a melee attack. Concealing shadows is unnecessary here. Heart shot would make sense. I'll have to approach him first, of course, but it'll make sense. And I can also buff my teammate. Maybe I'll do that first, actually, just to feel like a good party member. Maybe I just have to come into range first.
Will do.
Let's come a little closer. Buff my teammate. Can I only buff myself? Or is it just... maybe it's an AoE. Unless she doesn't count as a party member. Fill the target with Surge of Greatness. Seems like I can target anyone with it with an allied target. Maybe she doesn't count. Anyway, Heart Shot. Let's try this out. Are you ready for pain? Boom. Now do I auto attack? Okay, you can see the little thing spinning around to show that I'm going to continue to auto attack him. The game is paused now. Let's check the text feed to see what the information is here. Auto paused. Your weapon is ineffective. Not a good sign for the start here, is it? Okay, so my weapon is ineffective because it grazed. I may have to just accept that for now, though, because I literally have no other ways of fighting. Unless I want to run around behind him and see if flanking attacks are a thing that exist. Try thrusting him. Grazes for 2, piercing. Okay, so no. Generally not doing me a lot of favors here. Let's just go ahead and keep throwing stuff at him. And I can do the heart attack now. There we go. So that hits him for 5 damage. Still not great. But he is now badly injured. She is also badly injured. Those are both bad for us. And I think he's changing targets towards us right now. Oh, Aurora gains 1 wound, which is not good. But Ash's Aegis heals Aurora for 5 health. Unfortunately, I don't really have a heal that I can use myself. But if this guy's coming after me... no, he's just turning around. He was just rotating a bit. So Aurora's now less injured because she switched to just injured now from that automatic heal that happened from presumably a weapon she has. Yeah, I understand that my weapons are ineffective. Can't do much about that. I might remove that effect later, but I figured I'd have it there so that it can give me that kind of information when it pops up. Well, we won still. That's 1 down. Let's check further along the path for more. What about the body? Hello. Got a few minor items, it looks like. Oh, there are definitely more here. Oh, another spear user. The avalanche had us blocked. You think you can fit through the rubble? Oh, so she can get through? That's not good. We have a few things here. Field interactions. Some objects in the world represent problems or obstacles that have multiple solutions. Interesting. Selecting these objects will display the field interaction window. Many of these options will require a member of your party to have a minimum number of ranks in athletics, subterfuge, or lore before you are able to choose that option. So there's multiple ways to deal with the problem, and which solution I can use. It depends on what type of character I have. I imagine there might be something that's like, hey, blow it up, or acrobat over it or something. But if you're just strong and nothing else, maybe you push it, but maybe pushing it kills your teammates or something. That seems like the kind of decision I would hope it would be, at least. Interactive objects. Hold down the tab key to highlight interactive objects. So, tab. Yep. You can see ally over here, which I think the yellow means that she's injured. You get the obvious item over here, of course. Mini map. I don't know if I'll get new information from this. Mini-map in the lower right corner of your screen to see what part of the maps you've already... Yeah. Fog of War. Position of enemies you've discovered, lootable chests. Yeah. It's just a mini-map. Straightforward enough. Alright, let's see what happens when I interact with this thing then. Boulder. A rock slide blocks the path ahead. You can squeeze through a narrow gap between the stones, or you can attempt to push one of the boulders out of your way. You can move boulder with 30 athletics, or just try to squeeze regardless, which doesn't require skill. Press your weight against the boulder directly in front of your path until it starts to move. It might roll. I kind of want to see what happens. I'm not necessarily playing a nice guy in this game anyway, so let's just be pragmatic. I think a lot of my... Oh look, +3 athletics. I think we're gonna find that, given the context of how this game's story works, I think I'm gonna end up playing a character that's just pragmatic to a fault. Partly because I just like the idea of that in general. Is it going to crush people? Alright, so I think that was an auto pause for starting combat. Enemy spotted. Whoops! So that was an enemy. This over here is another one of you guys. Brute strength will also work. So at the moment we have a varied cast. Let's buff myself, because this gives me Might and Vitality, which should affect my ability to do damage with an attack. You appear to be more damaged. 85. Yeah, you're barely injured and you're uninjured. So let's try to see if I can surprise this character with some major damage. Combat has started. So that actually worked, huh? Oh yeah. Heart shot, 11 piercing, additional effect of bleeding for 20 seconds. 6 bleeding damage already has inflicted. So that's actually a major source of attack right there. Let's see if my weapon's ineffective against this person who has a different weapon type altogether. Am I attacking right now? I don't think I'm attacking right now. I couldn't seem to get him to throw? Why aren't you throwing? What's going on there? Okay, I'm doing something wrong apparently. Thrust is a melee attack. I want to do a thrown attack. Oops. So let's find out here. Hello, this is my character screen. Got a +1 over here, sure. I'm curious, do we have a supply of spears? It's equipped. Quality is common. I don't see any list of ammo, so I don't think I've run out of ammo. I've just somehow lost my ability to... Oh, I'm sorry. I was right-clicking instead of left-clicking, which apparently does not initiate an attack. So I was just sitting here baffled for way too long by that. Alright, so let's go ahead and immediately... I'm not trying to change the difficulty. Let's go ahead and remove the weapon ineffective. Extraordinary defense I'll pay attention to, because I want to be... If I'm surprised by that kind of thing, I want to know what's happening. So we can do another heart shot. There we go. So many games have trained me to think that left click is how you attack. I mean, right click is how you attack. So I just had to recalibrate a bit. We got him! All done. You feeling alright, buddy? Probably not, I would wager. Where'd she go? Is she up here still? I probably just broke line of sight. We have... Ooh. A Sun Soldier's Javelin. Look at that. 6 to 11 pierce damage instead of my crappy 6 to 8. Neat. So yeah, I get 1 armor penetration. Wow, less recovery time, more accuracy, more DPS. Just generally better. Less accuracy at range, though, a little bit. Can I drag it onto me directly? Is that how that works? Is that how you equip it from that screen? Bronze Javelin. Nope, that just makes it go in your slot. There we go. So now I've already been... We're 2 fights in this game and I've upgraded my weapon. Sure. You alright? Don't bother with me. Get down the pass, Drastus. The soldier clutches his hat and... Oh, Drastus is probably like a swear or like a reference to a deity. Like go down the pass. Drastus. The soldier clutches his gut and winces. You see the hint of entrails between his fingers. Oh, he wasn't that injured, was he? Crap. You're wounded and it's not trivial. He laughs through clenched teeth. This? But a scratch. I've seen twice as worse 10 times over. He doubles over in pain, gagging and shivering. Keep hold of your guts then, farewell. Jesus. Let's see, should I try to help him, or just move forward? Problem is, can I help in any way? I don't think I can. Nope, keep hold of your guts then, farewell. He releases his wounds to flash you a pain salute. Hail Kairos. Why would you let go of your salute? No, that's not a bad idea. Nope, we're being pragmatic to a fault. Let's do this. Let's have some fun with that character idea. 'Cause I probably could have helped him in some way. Nope, several skulls bleached by the sun and picked clean by carrion birds are spiked on a roughly hewn post. It is the only heraldry the Scarlet Chorus needs. So I might have been able to help him, but I chose not to bother.
Try and catch me, worm.
Look at you. Oh, look, it's already the girl from the thumbnail I made. Did not know that she was going to be here this quickly. She appears to be Scarlet. Scarlet Chorus. Okay. Try and catch me, worm. A young Scarlet Fury weaves around the Vendrian guard attackers, avoiding their weapons and with fluid grace. She nods to acknowledge you. Sorry, I paused for a second because I was trying to double check my pronunciation there for a moment. A breathless enemy soldier passes a glance at her to her countrymen. This one's crazy. There's too much lead in her water. We should cut our losses and turn back.
Fatebinder. Here at last. Care to join me in putting these cowards out of their misery?
She nods to the armed soldiers, bearing down on her. Alright, let's join in then. She seems useful. For the realm of Apex, charge! The Vendrian Guard level their weapons in advance. See how that turns out for you guys. Oh, wounded and poisoned, huh? So barely injured, uninjured, uninjured. She's fine. Oh, she's a party member immediately. I guess I don't need to lock her in then. Let's move this out of the way a little bit. Just realized that it was getting in the way of where this pops up, which is apparently center screen. I could try to line it up just there. That makes more sense. Alright. Let's take a look at this. So this is the barely injured guy. They all appear to have equivalent armor. Wow, that's a surprising amount of defense you get about their stuff, huh? Armor of 4, 4, and 4. This one's poison, so I'm going to target him first. We'll start with him. So what is that? Was that there a second ago? Blood-soaked stone. Coordinate with verse, so it's a new skill we just got. To knock your target prone, then follow up with a strong bleed attack. Well, of course I'm going to start with that. That sounds neat. Was a lot of pauses here. The companion Verse has joined your party. Verse is a capable warrior, skilled in both melee and ranged combat. As you acquire companions, you will need to balance their strengths against the strengths of your character to be successful in combat. While it is possible to adventure alone, you will find the game more rewarding with a well-balanced party. That sounds like a dare to the challenge run people that always want to play these kinds of games completely alone. It's like, no, seriously, it's more rewarding. We promise. Nope, not falling for it. I gotta be able to show my videos on Reddit that I did this alone. There are now 2 characters in your party, and both are selected. Any commands you issue will now affect both party members. To select a single party member, click on their selection circle or their portrait, or press F1 to select the player character. So F1 and F2, and so picks different people. To select multiple party members, click and hold anywhere on the screen and drag a marquee over the circles of the party members you'd like to include. You can either control your new companion directly, or you can enable the AI to have them attack and use abilities automatically. Once their AI is enabled, you can always select them and tell them to attack a specific enemy, or use an ability, and they will follow your orders. So depending on the situation, like if on easy enemies I may want to use AI, but on tougher enemies I may want to do manual control to make sure she's doing exactly what I want her to do. But yeah, it looks like she functions much like the AI companions in Masquerada and Dragon Age and stuff like that, where they'll do their own thing, but you can still issue specific commands to overlay over whatever they're doing at the moment. If you right-click the AI button, you can see the AI settings for party members. That's also useful. You can set the auto-attack behavior for each character, which determines how they attack enemies. For companions, you can also choose AI packages that determine how they will use their abilities in combat. Verse has several stance abilities that provide her with different benefits in combat. Stances are modal abilities, meaning that they can be toggled on or off. Only one stance can be active at a time. When a stance is deactivated, all stance abilities enter cooldown for a short duration. Might as well take a look at her real quick. So where are her stances? Stealth toggle. So is one of you stances battle stance. So she has multiple stances here. She has Red Geyser. She reduces her dodge chance, but gets bonus damage on her next attack equal to 50% damage of the damage received from attackers. Oh. So every time she takes damage, that damage gets added halfway to her next attack. But she loses dodge and parry. Fight aggressively, lowering parry and dodge defenses, while in stance a portion of all damage first takes will empower her next attacks. That's actually an effect I haven't quite seen before in a game, I don't think. 3 Whispers, 20% dodge. Enter a battle meditative stance that focuses on dodging enemy attacks. While in this stance, Unbound and Mocking Iron are also empowered. Then down here, Sneaking Sheath. 10% accuracy. It's for bows and dual wielding. This is for... the other ones are for every type of weapon. This bows and dual wielding one focuses on striking with precision. While in this stance, attacks become more accurate, and Skewer, Gravedigger, and Pig on a Spit abilities are empowered. So these attack abilities could become more powerful, while these, and the other one looks like defensive ones become empowered. I don't see which stance she's in right now, necessarily. She has Skewer. Dual-wielding only weapon, multiple attacks, Verse thrusts both of her weapons into her target, penetrating armor. Burning Iron. Launch a burning arrow that sets foes on fire, so it's a bow attack. And then here's Blood-Soaked Stone, the ability I just initiated. So since she's kind of got the primary target, she's the primary focus of everyone, let's maybe do 3 Whispers to give her a bonus to dodge, I think. Let's see. Especially since the things that are getting bonuses... wait, is Skewer here? No, Skewer's here. So I could empower her double stab with the Seeking Sheath. Let's try that.
What's up? We have company.
How you feeling now, buddy? She is now... oops. Badly injured. She's prone for a few seconds, 20 seconds of poison. Okay. A lot of useful information here. So she's not going to be doing well for a while. Oh. Oh! I accidentally selected her next, right. My bad. Let's initiate this combat here. Because this is going down. Burning Iron's a bow attack, so it's not priority right now. Let's get her attacking, and let's just initiate Seath Seeking. There we go. Now you can back off a bit. And start throwing. Start with the heart attack. Enjoy the bleed! Now how's he feeling? He's near death. And now... oh, that was the woman. Ooh! I've been rooted in place. What was that exactly? You've gained wrath with Veteran Guard. Let's see. Oh. That's probably my reputation with these people or something, since we just killed one. They did Impaling Throw, which hits me for 22 damage, which is how much compared to my health? I have a total of 100 health, so that's, yeah, it's more than 20% of my health in one hit. And I'm rooted for 10 seconds. The effect there being that I'm immobilized for that entire duration. Just got some bonus dodge, though, so there's that. I can still attack, right? Yeah, there we go.
I'm not dead yet.
His exaggerated animation made me worried he wasn't charging up his next attack, but he was. There we go.
Phew. I can tell you didn't spend the conquest in a diplomat's tent.
The fighter surveys the fresh corpses and nods with satisfaction.
I'm Verse, by the way. But there are more important things to take care of than introductions. Those Vendrian guard we killed didn't come alone.
She gestures to the skirmish unfolding in the pass below, shaking her head. So we can join the fight immediately, or we can say, explain what you're doing here. That's why, because she's a Scarlet person? Like, there's people just fighting here in general. That seems like unnecessary. Ask why they're attacking now. You fight like a storm. What's your role in the army? Or you're dismissed. I'll find you at the Scarlet Chorus camp. That seems pointless. You fight like a storm. What's your role in the army?
A Scarlet Fury, one of the elite killers of our ignoble gang. You'll see more than a few of us around camp, but don't let that fool you. We're a rare breed. Most of the soldiers in the Scarlet Chorus are little more than farmers and children armed with rusted forks. Makes them easier to control. The voices of Nerat called his best fighters to this siege. There must be something important about Vendrian's well, though don't ask me what. The Archon isn't in the habit of spilling secrets.
Why are the Vendrian Guard attacking now?
My guess. The Vendrian Guard are testing our strength in battle, learning how we perform before they organize a real offensive. That, or they're really, really desperate to get beyond the mountains and couldn't wait until nightfall.
Let's just go ahead and ask. Explain what you're doing here.
The voices of Nerat told me to intercept you at Edgering Ruins before you busied yourself solving all of the camp's problems. Guess I was too late.
She smirks.
You're due for a meeting with the Archons, but we should handle the small matter of this ambush first.
I'm ready if you are.
Eager. I like that. Before we go, you might search among the remains of our fallen comrades. Wherever they're bound, I doubt they'll miss their boots, much less any rings or any useful iron they might be clutching.
I see your point. Nice and practical.
No reason to pity the fallen. Before long, we might wish we'd joined them here. But at least we'll enjoy heavy pockets and warm toes.
Oh, that's changed now. Oh, yep, she's now listed as being a member of my group instead. She's now, yeah. She's no longer listed as being a member of the Scarlet.
For the voices of Nerat!
Though her dialogue still reflects that. Verse furrows her brow and focuses down on the battle to come. Alright, let's take a look around then. Oh, there's something. What's this? Is the stash? Party stash, okay. The Scarlet Fury Helm. Probably useful for me. Let's throw that over there to take a look at it. Healing potion. Lesser Sigil of Reaching Grasp accent. Requires lower 29. How about you? Neither of us have the lore for that, so I'll put that in the stash. Same with the pelt. Tab does not indicate that anything else here is useful. Alright, let's take a look here. I have a ceremonial Fatebinder of Tunon Helm. And this thing gives all of my bonus stats in every way. Making me wonder why I am so poorly equipped if I'm the Fatebringer of this organization. Seems like I should have better gear. Oh, but she's not wearing a helm at all, and she's the melee fighter, so let's give it to her, especially since it's actually, it's even a Scarlet Fury helm, which is what she is. Look at that appearance. And she was completely lacking a helm. That was probably basically a tutorial at that point. Just to make sure you check in on that stuff. An empty spike stands waiting to claim its victim. Let's go ahead and put down a save. I'll double check the what the quick save button is later today. Let's move on for now. Eyes forward, no looking back, says Tarkus Demos. The Vendrian Guard warrior roars with his falx held high, his words largely lost over the din of combat. I think I forgot to select both of us, by the way, so I just ran here alone. So he's a member of Vendrian Guard. We have 23% wrath with them, probably because I'm murdering them. Stand aside or your funeral will be over the side of the bluff. Seeing you squarely in his path, the soldier points his weapon your way. I applaud your bravery, but I implore you to end this foolishness and lay down your arms. Not a chance. If I surrender, I'm as good as dead. At least we can drag some of Kairos' chosen along our short journey to the void. As he signals his men to charge, the sound of chanting rises from the south, drawing his attention. Scarlet Chorus Scarlet Chorus reinforcements! Hurry! Oh, wow. That's a lot of them. Well, this is really bad for you then. Mocking Blaze. There's a name. Run down the Oathbreakers. Let none escape. From the red mob of reinforcements from the south, a blood chanter emerges at the head of the rabble, the ornamented crest of her staff pulsing with crimson tones. Signing sigils of magic and wordlessly moving her mouth, the blood chanter scribes a series of spells into the air. A red glow surrounds the Vendrian Guard warriors as the chanter's magic worms its way into their minds, blinding them with rage. Hold position. All of you. You there. Keep to that path. The warrior gestures along the canyon trail, but his soldiers turn their attention to the Scarlet Chorus, roaring challenges. No, don't engage them. We need to run. His orders falling on deaf ears, the warrior reluctantly readies his weapon. So the smart thing would be to retreat because they're now outnumbered, or... yeah, they're most likely outnumbered, or at least outpowered now. And, they're being taunted into fighting anyway. And it's working. That said, let's see. Did not select everybody correctly, so let's have you come down here. You're actually going to back up a bit. Combat is now starting, yep. Companion combos. When you have companions in your party, you're able to execute powerful and unique abilities called companion combos. These abilities allow two characters to act in concert to create a powerful effect. Try using Bloodsoaked Stone combo against Tarkus Demos. That's teaching me to do the same effect we had before. When it's activated, you'll see that the icon of the character's head is set to the same ability. The combo will begin when each character is out of recovery. When the blue circle around the ability icon is gone. I'm curious, does this... it is once per encounter, so you can only do it once per encounter. That's noteworthy. Sure, let's give that a go. Is that Tarkus? Take out their leader right now. Did I just misclick?
Sorry about that.
Ow. Pain. Don't do that. Now can I select it? I think he was out of range. Oh, now it's working. Just have to wait for a bit. How you feeling?
Damn thing.
Oh, that wasn't very effective, was it? He is injured, thankfully. But that's not necessarily enough. Well, it's once per encounter. I might as well just go ahead and use some of my special abilities then, like Concealing Shadows. Let's see, that makes it hard to attack, but it increases my dodge and parry. And I'm taking damage right now, so this is probably a good time to do that.
Couldn't pierce claw.
There we go. And I will use Titan's Touch on my friend over here. There we go, so I can cast on them now. That'll help them out a bit. Extraordinary Defense, Guy Lovebridge. Wait, is it giving me... it's pausing combat because I'm the one doing Extraordinary Defense, isn't it? Yeah, that's actually kind of funny. It's like, Guy Lovebridge is undamageable. So we definitely need this pop-up explaining how undamageable he is. Move on to our next target. Oh, there we go. Anyone else left? Don't think so. Crescent Runner. Come quick. We have a situation on the cliffside. They have the commander. Well, that's not good. Presumably. Is that a situation for us, though, or just in general? I don't know if that's something we need to necessarily deal with ourselves. Several skulls, that's the one we saw before. Weapons and armor are strewn haphazardly around the cart. Each blade shows signs of rust, and every piece of armor is in need of repair. There's a box over here we can interact with. Oh, we can get a water and head wrap. Is the head wrap better than what I have? It is not. Although it would help with recovery. Which is not... it's not completely ignorable. So buffing seems to have helped out a bit. But in general, like, that fight turned around really quickly when I activated some abilities. So, oh. There's a barrel down here. Cairo's ordered... Oh, sorry. They stopped going to it. Skycap. That's a mushroom. Admiring the disfavored sigil? I know a thing or two about that. Can I talk to her about it? Kairos ordered the original icon of the disfavored erased from memory. For over 100 years, the disfavored have kept the scratched-out iconography, wearing it with pride. You know a thing or two about that? Can I talk to you about it? No? Is this the Scarlet sigil? Symbol of Scarlet Chorus is smeared in blood on the tattered cloth tent. No effort has been made to repair the gaping tears. They're almost actively dedicated to the differences between their two organizations. We have Vendrian Guard Heavy Bronze Greaves. Bonus armor, but reduced deflection, disengagement, defense, recovery. Also seems like a bad plan to wear the enemy's armor, just as a general rule, in the middle of a conflict. Seems like how you get killed.